Hey everybody, what's going on? Tisha Denise here for Love and Hip Hop Reunion Part 2. I rewatched it. I didn't really miss much, but I'll just, talk about the important things. So it continued from last week with Moniece and Shonda and Brandy were fighting, and Moniece and her dramatic, so she in the back, I can't, I'm literally losing my, oh my god, oh my god. She's in the back being dramatic, and Rich had to come back there and talk to her, and I mean, what he said was basically right. Like, stop letting the opinions of other people bother you. Like, granted, I feel like I don't remember Shonda saying anything. I think Shonda did say something. But Brandy had nothing to do with that conversation. Okay, you're a mother. But at the same time, as a mother, you cannot judge another person by their parenting style, by their struggle, how they raise their kids. Because everybody who's a parent, their situation is different. And like I said in the last video, I'm a mom. And sometimes I prejudge other moms, but then I stop myself right there and I say, okay, her story and my story is two different stories. How she raised her kids, how she lives her life is completely different from how I raise my kids and how I live my life. So you can't sit up here and judge Moniece for how she's raising Cam, her situation with Cam, because if you look at Moniece this season, you see what kind of mother she comes from. Okay, you get a little insight to what kind of mother she comes from. All right, so you can't judge Moniece. So that situation when Nina was talking to Moniece, Brandy should have just sat there and minded her business. That situation had nothing to do with her. And she's talking about, I'm a mother and I'm passionate. And, Moniece she should apologize to America and she should apologize to everyone else because she's mad at herself. And I'm like, America doesn't care about what Moniece is going through. Like, Moniece's situation is Moniece's situation. When these cameras go up, nobody really knows how Moniece lives her life. And that's what Rich said. Rich was like, they don't know that you take Cam to Chuck E. Cheese. They don't know that Cam stays with you, this amount of time a week. And I'm like, you can't question somebody's parenting. Like, shut up. So, Brandy, and if Shonda said something, Shonda, they were both wrong for saying something. But because Brandy and Shonda was attacking Moniece, Princess was trying to get her little licks in. So Nina was like, where'd Princess come from? So Princess was like, the only reason why I got up and did anything is because Moniece is always saying stuff about me and she does not know me. That's the only reason why. So if I didn't get her tonight, I'm going to get her next week or the week after that, after the reunion, whatever. And I'm like, okay, all this fighting is ridiculous. But anyway, so then they go to Jason Lee. And Jason Lee said he came specifically to the reunion to apologize to Hazel for throwing a drink in her face. And Hazel was not here for it. Hazel did not care about his apology. She was not here for his redemption. And Ray had to tell her, if he want to come here and apologize, let him apologize. If he want to come here and not have an apology, then you turn up on him. But let him talk. We all here for redemption. So Jason Lee was like, yeah, I came here specifically to apologize to her. But what y'all didn't see is that she was shaming me for being gay, and she was talking about somebody that I slept with who's not even out yet. And I'm like, okay, if that is the case, okay, but that still doesn't give you the right to throw a drink in a woman's face. That was real petty of you. You were real immature to do that. And then you did come on Love and Hip Hop looking like, like a thirst bucket for 15 minutes of fame. Because I'm the hottest blogger out here. I work for Bossip. I work for this. I work for that. And Bossip blew you up and was like, we don't know you, boo. You ain't never right for us. You ain't never been a part of our team. So it's like, Jason Lee, you were, a queen and not a good one. Like, you came on there like a queen and not a good one. So, just like Hazel, I wasn't here for your apology either, because you were getting upset because Hazel wouldn't let you talk, but then you still threw a little shade in there talking about some, okay, she could talk about me all she want, just like we could go back and forth, and I could say she belong in a box of Fruit Loops, and I'm like, come better than that. First of all, let Hazel say what she wanted to say, because you were dead wrong for what you did to her. Just like you wanted her to eat that bitch, like you said on that episode, and you walked around with the Eat That Bitch t-shirt. Eat what Hazel was given to you, because you were dead wrong. Take that L and move on. Anyway, okay, so Tierra in the fashion show. The thing I like about this is that her and Hazel made up. And I mean, that's how friendship is supposed to be when you're friends. Like, you fight, you argue, but you make up. And that's the thing I like about Tierra and Hazel. They fought, they argued, but they made up. So, Princess threw a little bit of shade and was like, I didn't even know Tierra made jackets. I thought she was a singer. And Tierra was like, I am a singer. And I'm like, Princess, y'all just need to stop. So, they would just, at the end of the day, after everything went on, Hazel was like, the reason why she left the fashion show because she didn't want to be a part of any drama, and she knew Tierra was going to come in there and act a fool. And Tierra was like, no, I didn't come in there and act a fool. I was just upset about how everything went down. So, they all just said, Nikki was like, I'm not going to knock her for doing what she did. The fashion show was a success, and Milan was like, his initial reaction was to be upset, but he couldn't because there was so many bloggers there, like, there was so many people there to see the fashions and whatnot. So he said he wasn't going to act the fool. But it all came into fruition at the end, and, everything was fine. They apologized, they made up, and it's over. It wasn't nothing really serious. But Tierra was selfish in scheduling her surgery around the time of the fashion show. Yeah, you work best under pressure, but you looked half dead when they came to see you, a week before the fashion show. So that was selfish. So it was, the timing was wrong, but it did work out in the end. So now we get to Nia, Nas, and Soulja Boy. First of all, what was Soulja Boy on this entire reunion? He looked high as a kite. Like, he looked like he was zonked. Like, he ain't blink the whole entire time of the reunion. That's looking crazy. So, Soulja Boy is talking about how he got road treats, but Nia's his main girl. And then, like, he basically, Nina's asking him questions like, have you slept with any of your groupies on the road? And he's like, no, but he's not looking at her as he's answering the question. So she was asking, are y'all in an open relationship? And Nia's like, hell no, absolutely not. Soulja Boy is like, no, we not in an open relationship. And Nas is over there throwing her shade, talking about something, well, he loved Nia today, but so Nina had asked her, well, when's the last time you and Soulja Boy slept together? She was like, it was 2 months ago. And he was like, okay, it was 2 months ago. We had sex 2 months ago, but Nia is my girl. So in the discussion, like, why are we still having this conversation? Oh, sorry. Oh, that was nasty. I'm sorry. So, Nas is just throwing jazz into myself. Oh, the same day that the episode aired, that I beat her ass on national TV, you text me and was saying, and she was like, who you beat up? Cause you ain't beat me up. And then they started fighting on the stage, and I think Soulja Boy tried to get involved, and it got crazy. But before that, he flaunting his money. If it ain't about the money, then don't talk about it. Get money, nothing move but the money. Flaunting his money, and I'm like, Soulja Boy, sit your bony. Oh my gosh, man, Soulja Boy is so annoying. He annoys me. Soulja Boy irks my entire soul. And I'm like, y'all look so stupid fighting over this dude when this dude is on 3 different reality shows telling y'all all something different. Because he was just drooling over Diamond on Sisterhood of Hip Hop, like I said before. And then he was on the Westbrook show drooling over India Love. So it's like, he has no respect for y'all. Y'all need to just let go and move on. You can do so much better than Soulja Boy. Especially Nas. Nas is just, if he is still leading her on and still texting her and telling her stuff, then you need to stop entertaining it. You need to change your number and move on with your life. You the one sitting up here still entertaining it. That's why you so much in your feelings. Because you keep falling for the BS that he's telling you. So you need to be mad at yourself and leave him alone. Clearly he does not want to be with you. He keep telling you this stuff because he know it'll bring you back, and then when you come back and y'all do what y'all do, you still expect for stuff to change. It's not gonna change. Let him go. Soulja Boy, he's not a man, okay? So yeah, he was flaunting his money, and then he was saying that he's worth $25 million, and he's like, why I gotta sit on national TV and lie? I'm worth $25 million. Google it, go check it. And then Nina was like, oh, I noticed that your facial tattoos are going away. He said, yeah, I have to get rid of them because I'm deemed as a thug. I'm deemed as this. I'm a man, and it's time to grow up, so I gotta remove the tattoos. I have to do 2 more laser treatments to get them removed. I'm like, okay, because them tattoos look stupid on your face anyway. But moving on. Soulja Boy irritates my entire soul. Moving on. So Miles, Milan, and Amber in their storyline, and they were talking about Miles and Amber, like the status of the relationship now, and Miles is like, I still consider myself the father to her child. That's my baby. She's not tripping over the whole me being gay. Everything is still the same. We still Snapchat, we still talk, we still do everything like nothing happened. And he said that him and Amber are still friends. So Tierra Marie was like, well, can we talk about Milan? Because Milan has his story in this situation too. So when they brought it to Milan, Milan was like, I'm glad that everything worked out with them, but the thing that's bothering me the most is that Miles is full of it. He was upset because Miles is fraudulent. He said that he was gonna propose to Miles, but he hurt Milan and he hurt Amber, and he was cheating on Milan the whole time with some other dude. So Milan was like, you fraudulent, you fake, and I'm not gonna propose to you. So he puts the ring on the floor, and Miles basically kicked it like it was a soccer ball. And somebody on my Twitter was like, did anybody else want to yell goal when he kicked it? I was like, for real, because he kicked it like it was like a soccer ball, and I was like, y'all ain't gonna pick up that ring, y'all just gonna let him kick it into the audience just like that? No, that ring was shining and everything. Okay, y'all just gonna leave it on? Okay. So when they went on break, they showed Milan in the back, and he was crying about the whole situation. So when they came back on TV, Milan is like, he's glad that they were able to put the whole situation with being black and gay in the industry and on TV. Like, they were glad that they could have a story that was relatable. And I mean, as fake and as like ridiculous this storyline is, because there's so many things coming up about it, I like the fact that they put the story out there. I mean, how the story fell apart and how it came about, that's a whole nother situation. But I like the fact that they put the story out there, because there are so many people out here who are like homophobic that they are uncomfortable watching these two men, but forget that Erica and Sin was on. They had no problem with Erica and Sin on the last couple of seasons of Love and Hip Hop being all lovey-dovey and sleeping in the bed together. And if anybody tells me that that's different, it's not. Gay is gay. Gay is gay. Gay is gay. It's all the same thing. Gay, lesbian, it's the same thing. So you can't get mad about seeing two dudes on the screen, but, just say that, oh, lesbians, they're the norm. It's the same thing. It's two different sexes, two different genders, but it's the same situation. So people need to stop doing that. You can't be halfway wrong, So, Milan is basically like, he's hurt that Miles is a liar, and he continues to lie because he's selfish. And then, Miles' sister sitting there, so it's like, shut your ass up. And I'm like, why are you even on the stage? Like, why? Like, it was pointless for Miles' sister and Amber's sister to even be there. Like, So, Miles basically said that Milan is desperate for attention, and he's attention starved and all this other stuff. And Milan was like, yeah, I'm hurt because I gave you everything, and you just gave me your ass to kiss. So, but anyway. So then it gets to Willie and Shonda, and basically Willie was like, I've never been broke. It was just that, we were just, Shonda was like, yeah, we've never been broke. It's just that I panicked and I just wanted to be comfortable. Yeah, we had our savings, but I just didn't want anything to happen. So I did the next best thing that I knew how to do. So, that I just panicked. She was like, I'm not saying I didn't trust Willie because I know he'll deliver, but I just panicked. And I mean, that's fine. She's a mother, and she's worried about bills, and she's worried about draining their savings, and she wants to be smart about the money. So she's like, I panicked. And I mean, I get that. You do whatever you need to do to provide for your kids. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not mad at Shonda for doing what she knows how to do. The only thing I could say is there's so many other options out here, especially with these connections I'm sure she made on Love and Hip Hop. You're already in the industry. Just find something to do that'll that'll make you financially stable for your kids and your family. You know, you don't have to go back to the pole. There's so many options. You know, you can manage a club like Nikki do. You can, you know, be, I mean, a video vixen. I mean, yes and no. I mean, there's pros and cons to it, because once you're a video vixen, people automatically assume that you're a whore, when that's not true. Half the time it's not true. Like, you know, so, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that Shonda can do. And Shonda is a pretty girl. Shonda can do so many things. So she don't need to go back to dance, especially if you have 2 kids and a husband that's, you know, looking up to you. Like, you're their hero. You're their role model. They love you. You don't want to do that. So, you know, good luck to Shonda and Willie. Willie said his album drops first quarter next year. I would definitely get it, because I love when Day 26. Okay, when he was with Day 26. But I would get his album because Willie could sing. So, you know, I'm glad they worked out their issue. And you know, Ray was just like, what, because Nina asked him what would he do if Princess ever went to stripping, and he was like, you know, bills are for real, so whatever you gotta do, he said, depending on the situation, people do what works for them, but you know, bills are for real. You could make 10 million, and because your bills will flip that budget, you could be broke in a week. And I'm like, hallelujah, because bills is no joke. Bills is no joke. So she was asking if Shonda's retired, and Shonda was like, well, I hung up my shoes, but you never know. Willie's like, no, she's retired. I'm like, I hear that. So, now towards the end, they were basically asking everybody if they had any last words, and Amber was like, well, you know, I have a new love, and I'm like, oh, great for you. And then, you know, Fizz was like, thank you guys for sharing your stories. It's not easy to get up here and do what we do, but we do it. And, Miles was like, don't let fame change you. Milan was like, do you, be you, love yourself, and take care of yourself. And then when she got to Monique, it was like, Monique, oh Lord, when she got to Monique, it was like crickets. Monique was like, and somebody on my Twitter was like, yo, y'all need to leave Monique alone. Monique is sitting there plotting on how to kill everybody on the cast right now. And I'm like, yeah. So, you know, that was basically the reunion. It was okay. It was typical. And honestly, they didn't even need a 2-parter, but whatever. But yeah, so that was Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. The reunion. See, the season 2 wrapped, and you know, I'm looking forward to Love and Hip Hop New York on Monday, mainly for Yandy and Remy Ma. That's who I can't wait to see. And I mean, I didn't really care for Cardi B, but Cardi B looked like I could get like a couple of chuckles out of watching her, because she looked like she is just so ignorant that it's funny. Like, y'all know what I mean. When somebody's so ignorant, you just gotta laugh at them. So she just looked like she is like a barrel of laughs, and I watch it. But how I feel about this season, I just feel like they just be throwing anybody on the cast, but whatever. But yeah, so that comes on Monday, so I will be reviewing it. Like I said, my background may change because I'll probably most likely be at my mother's house watching it because my daughter is there. But regardless, I'll still review it, and if I don't review it the day of, it will definitely be sometime throughout the week, or I might just designate the weekend to do them. So I'll just do what works for me, and I'll just see. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the support. It means a lot to me. Keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep reaching out to me on social media, because I answer. Everybody that comments, they know I answer quick. Because I get the notifications and I answer right then and there. So thank you guys for watching. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.